The next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Since to be on the Bergman, which is 2.13.
Without going into I say I've never seen anything before. I'm just serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't bear it. It's
The mission.
oh certainly. Although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation.
Back to the thing, Stalker. How are you feeling? You remember what happened? In mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up after the lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the thing I say. Second thing is that I found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you were into shreds by a pack of students. Our boys got just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. And I finished the book. Let's continue the conversation there.
частным тоже понятно. Неужто за всем этим стоит что-то такое? Черт знает, кто именно. Тут главное, еще не знаю тебя судьба. Может, будешь потом эти дни вспоминать как самые счастливые.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better. Oh, I didn't notice you come in. People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Something to be a universal evil. Consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. It's impossible to understand perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of the government and stalkers will result in our misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, unbearable. Naturally, this represents danger. Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. Studying the zone, the zone appeared as it's called the misguided human hands, and we are able to return to that accord. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone. Poisons. How can I best explain? Let's break this. Any complex system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable, with no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic tension that has changed a glitch. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of G1, so the answers oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural cause. This is human work. And that's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster. Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to get it right. In any event, very much hope that is the case. I fear that question is not one I can answer. It's too repetitive.
Good, we can come back then. No use talking to you now. You look like a controller has rearranged your brain. Stay in touch. We may soon. Speak of the devil. Just thinking of you.
растеряли. Ты как охота. Ну и субы сегодня. Инка за крупней гоняется с биркой. Все отлично. Ну и снова кто-то гонит. Вот что умные, все разобрать. Я дело маленькое. Хочешь иногда узнать, чего мы все.
Понятно. Понятно. Эх, и здорово же у тебя выходит. Стоит что-то в холле.
Мастер.
Is it?
Holy cow,
I'll be
you're
right
as
there.
pale as a vampire. Все, музыкальная пауза.
Welcome back from the afterworld.
Ничего, ничего. Я еще комиссаром
Just a minute.
quite a legend while you were out. You wouldn't believe some rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. Relax about your adventure, because I'm just dying of curiosity. Then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swarm things break, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last mission. We have seen these boys play both the God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together, because our guys ain't for lose, for cause. Bottles one after another, they let me hear. I'm kidding, man. The truth is, there was for me. The end came here, first to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are all right, and I mean. They come back after a mission, or the drink, dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple but effective. By the way, they call me farmstead in the middle of romance and the swamp. It's the last place you can meet real people. You want to stab you in the back or let you lick to death to you know why you hurt it? Because too many people want to know, and the few that do better. Libdev is our man is who ever I've Professor B can walk encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray, and he can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you. He knows what Stalker's going
Leave the
through
mark
to get
alone
their
with your
loot,
dirty
and he
jokes.
respects that.
I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later. Pop in anytime you like chatting. Look who we got visiting our swamps. I suggest you're out a whiff of fresh air.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone, because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than Stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them, guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long. We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone? Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. Trader, a fighter is on his way to you. Issue him with all the equipment for the mission.
Roger that.
Welcome back from the afterworld.
You're with us
At
again?
last.
Glad to see
Here,
you.
take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specific. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment.
You have my full attention.
Чего заскучали, мужики?
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Oh, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there! Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Attention all fighters. Enemy mission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Спор нет, начальству виднее. Но все же хочется иногда узнать, ради чего мы все это. Что за люди пошли? Вечно им охота, понимаешь, да истину копать. А ты поймай ее, истину эту.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone, a discharge if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to step out. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher. It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the wish granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain Scorcher.